a ship leaves port and travels 50. Ship leaves port and travels on a course of 100 degrees. All right, so think of your compass. Here is the port right here, and the ship is traveling on a course of 100 degrees. So would you agree that 100 degrees would look like this?
Yes.
Now, how do I know that? Because my compass says due east is 90, and so I'm going a little bit south of 90. Now, he went for 15 miles, so I'm going to label that 15. Then he changes course. So now he's sitting right here. I'm going to set up a new compass. He's sitting right here. He started here. Now he's here. And he's going to go on a course of 200 degrees. All right, now what's that going to look like? 200 degrees would look like this, wouldn't it? This would be 200. Look at your compass over there. Due south is 180, so he's a little bit past 180. And he only went 2 miles. That's going to be a real short little course there. So now he's right here. Would everybody agree with that? And we're done with the problem. At this point, all you're doing is drawing a sketch. Now, in a few weeks, after we learn some more trigonometry, he's going to sink right there, and you're going to send out a rescue boat. So you're going to have to tell the rescue boat what course to go on and how far to go to get those poor people that are out here stranded. But right now, all we're doing is drawing the picture. Does that look okay? Perfect. All right, let's get out our review packets. And I am sorry to say that I didn't discover until I did it that I left out a page of review 1. So here it is. We're not doing this page, it's already been done. We can do it certainly if we have time tomorrow or Monday, but I want you to have the page. This page got left out of the review packet, I'm sorry. Okay. All right, so we are still in review 1. We are still in review 1. We are going to hopefully finish it right now. We're on number 29, page 20, or number 29 of review 1.
Are we on 16?
Well, no. Remember, I'm going through class by class.
Okay.
So it's all video. I don't have time to go through the whole thing with each class. Remember that review 2, I'm going to do all in one chunk on Sunday afternoon. But review 1, I'm just trying to get everything done in all the different classes are doing different problems. So you're doing number 29. Here we go. How do we set up number 29? Amount times percent plus amount times percent equals amount times percent. Now, on Monday, guys, we have another review day, and so we will have finished all this by then, and it will be then, I will just do whatever problems you want to do, okay? So if there's ones we've skipped that you want to make sure we do, just mark them, and we'll do them on Monday. But right now, we're doing this one. So my percentages are 15 and 20 and 16. And the 18 gallons of 20 goes here. X how much goes here. I'm adding these together, so this is 18 plus X here. Obviously, this is a calculator problem. It's got a star next to it. That was my secret code on the review sheet.
3.6.
I should have known that.
2.8.
So
Subtract the 0.15.
subtract this guy. Be careful when you subtract.
0.01.
Yeah, it's 0.01x.
And then subtract the 2.8. And then divide the 0.01.
So I got 72 gallons. Anybody else get that? 72 gallons. Okay, so Olivia Piper, I'm gonna fail this exam. You're not gonna fail that problem, right? We got that one. All right. Simplify, number 30. It was on, yeah, so
Yeah, it was just our
easy.
last test.
Guys, we got this. Okay, so first thing, let's take care of combining stuff inside. So we have 3/4. Now, only move the stuff that's negative. So see this X right here? He is negative, so he's coming down. So I'll have X to the 8. Don't be tricky or wild. Evan, open your eyes, honey. Now, what about the Y's? Nothing moves. You got 7 of them over 2 of them. So you've got 5 of them. With the Z's, everything moves. So 5 are going to the top and 2 are coming to the bottom. So you have Z to the 3rd on top. Now we square everything. So we have 9 and 16. What do I do with these exponents? So Y to the 10th, Z to the 6th, X to the 18th. There's another one we're not going to fail. We got that.
What's the X to 16?
Oh my gosh.
You are not in it.
I'm not on my game today. I'm worried about the survey
We already
results.
did our survey.
Okay, number 31.
You shouldn't
yeah.
be worried about those survey results.
I said give you.
Name the property. Oh Lord.
That's essentially.
There is one property question on the exam. Just one. So let's see if we can figure out which property we have here.
That's associated.
A is commutative.
A
A is commutative because the order changed. The order changed. It's commutative. What's B? Distributive. What's C? Identity of addition. What's D? That one's associative.
Oh, the parentheses.
That one's is associative because the only thing we did was reassociate. We changed the parentheses. Who are you grouped with? Who are you associated with? We grouped, we regrouped. So A is commutative and D is associative. And then number 32, the infamous box problem. Now, I'm telling you people, see how that's typed and the rest of the thing was all handwritten? It's because I just made a copy of the exam page. And then down here at the bottom, I changed the numbers on the box. This is the exam question. All I did was change the numbers. See how they're handwritten in there? I changed them. This is an exam question. We are all going to get this one right. So we have our box. We have our box. We cut corners out. The paper was 11 by 15 and we cut these X's out. That's what the problem is saying.
Okay.
So now we're gonna write an equation for the volume of the box. Volume is length, width, height.
15 minus X.
No,
2X.
2x. 15 minus 2x. Remember, gang, we have 15 and we're taking an x off each end. Remember tearing your paper?
Yeah.
You tore a piece off each end. So it's 15 minus 2x. 11 minus 2x and x. Now,
Put that in the calculator.
on test day, that's not going to be a 15 and 11, but it isn't going to matter because whatever they are, it's going to be the first one minus 2x, the second one minus 2x, x, right?
Yes.
Now, domain. Domain is always x is between x has to be bigger than 0. You have to cut something out. So x is bigger than 0, but less than what? Half the smaller dimension. Half, listen to me, half the smaller dimension. So if 11 is the smallest dimension, then the end point of my domain is 5.5 because I have to take a chunk off both sides of it. So half would be the most I could take off each side. So if my paper were 18 by 20, then that would be a 9. We're not missing that. Okay. Now it says graph, so you're going to do this on your calculator, but I want to see what you are seeing. So you're going to show me, you're going to graph it on your calculator and then reproduce it on here, and you're going to tell me what your window is. Now, boys and girls, I already know X-min is 0, X-max is 5.5, and Y-min is 0. The minimum volume, Y is the volume, is going to be 0. You can't have negative volume. That is always going to be a 0. That is always going to be a 0. This is always going to be half the smaller dimension. What's that? A guess. So I'm going to start with 100. Now, I take my test in pencil for a reason. I may have to change that. Because when I graph this equation on my calculator, 15 minus 2x, oh shoot, what did I do that for? 15 minus 2x.
Just interruption, Mrs. Ford. Can I call Barry to the front office when you're finished with him?
Oh, when I'm finished, sure.
Thank you.
I'm not finished. Now, this is your window, boys and girls. This is your window. So don't don't be confused. This is your window. Put these numbers in.
I put 100 in and didn't get all the way out.
And press graph. Now, Jalen's right. When I pressed graph, that's what I got, which tells me that when I guessed this number, it wasn't big enough. So I'm going to change that to a 200. So in my window, I'm changing it to a 200. Now, will different kids have different numbers here? Yes, and that's okay. The only rule is the picture, when you graph it, you have to be able to see the top of the hill, and now I do. Right? So that takes care of that. Now, to the nearest hundredth, find the notch which maximizes the volume of the box.
Second calc.
So second calc, maximum, left bound, right bound, maximum, and I got the point 2.8 2.09, comma, 154.23. Now, which of those is the answer to the question? The first one, because this particular time said find X. Find X. So the answer is 2.09 inches. That's not brutal, but that is a guaranteed test question. Guaranteed.